And welcome back to Cigar Time, your friendly neighborhood internet show all about premium cigars. We're not on TV anymore. That's why I said internet. Did you get that?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And for people who have sent emails in, we did not get canceled from TV.
No.
We moved to the internet.
We moved to the
Our
internet.
own choice.
Yes. Can't cancel us. Right?
Mm-hmm. All right, that's it for today.
Welcome
Yeah.
to our cigar smoking hunting lodge.
Yes.
That's
and
what it looks like with all the plywood.
I know.
Why
We should have a
Deer
head
head or something up there.
that would make perfect sense.
Yes, you know what?
Stop,
That would be
stop,
good.
stop,
What?
stop.
What?
We're not talking about cigars. We have to talk about cigars
Oh, shut
and
up.
cigars only.
No.
We could talk about anything we want.
Anything,
No. We got like 500 complaints about the bald guy last week.
anything we fucking want.
Can we say that?
Yes.
I'm not going to do
It's
it.
on the internet.
More interesting for me to not to.
Yeah. It's a lot harder not to. So, but anyway. Yeah, now we are going to be live on YouTube, right?
Not live.
Well, no, live on Facebook and Instagram.
Live on Facebook and Instagram. And tomorrow this will be on the 11th. It'll be on YouTube.
Which
So,
the cool. I think the coolest part of that for me is we can talk. I mean, we can be more like
topical.
Like,
Absolutely.
we can talk about how awesome the Eagles are.
Yeah, no. They suck.
The Flyers winning streak.
Flyers winning streak. How about them getting rid of that guy, their first round draft pick?
They didn't get rid of him. He refused to sign.
Well, they.
Well, wait a
No,
second.
no,
But they traded him.
No, no,
They
no.
traded
They
him
traded
and
him.
got good value in return.
Correct, because they didn't. No, he said he would not play for the. As I heard it, okay, I wasn't talking to Keith Jones by any stretch, but as I heard it, he told them I will not play for the Flyers, and so Keith Jones somehow kept it under wraps
Yeah.
and traded him for. I don't. What did we get for him?
A defenseman from Anaheim. And I think,
I don't even follow
think a
hockey,
draft
so
pick.
You could.
I forget exactly. I
If it
forget
wasn't
exactly.
like Brad Park.
we
I
got
don't
a
know.
we got a
It was Terry O'Reilly.
Terry
Yeah,
O'Reilly.
right. Jesus.
Jim Craig.
Everybody. this
Let's
is
go back that
caveman.
far.
1980.
Yeah.
I was the biggest hockey fan, and I just at one point I just gave up.
Did
I just gave up.
during the
They're actually playing
'90s.
pretty good right now.
So what? They were on a 5-game losing streak, weren't they?
Once the problem is once Ed Snyder died, I think hockey died in Philadelphia. Nothing really has come of it. I mean, they're playing well now, but ever since he died, it's like everything fell apart.
Somebody the other day in a text string that I'm in, we were talking about the Eagles, and he goes, we're spoiled. He said Eagles fans, but I'm like, how on earth is Philadelphia, in terms of sports, spoiled in any way, shape, or form with our
All right,
How
I'm
many?
not waiting. I'm lighting this thing
Yeah.
up.
4 championships since 1976?
Is that what it is?
1 basketball, 1 football, and 2 baseball.
So yeah.
So we're like 3 for 15.
Yeah, we've been there a few times though. And hockey.
Hockey, we've been there a bunch.
We've been there a bunch of times in hockey.
The
It's
Super
just-
Bowl, what, we 4 Super Bowls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how we're spoiled.
Yeah. Right. At least we get there.
Just,
Today-
just like most Philadelphia fans, you forget about the World Championships.
Yeah.
Villanova.
No, the Eagles. Before they called it the Super Bowl. They
Oh,
won
yeah.
a
Oh,
couple
no.
of
I
them,
make
too.
that argument with those lousy Giants fans.
And Cowboy
It's
fans.
like, you guys seem to forget, like, the football didn't start in 1967.
right.
And it started here in Philadelphia.
That's right. Frankfurt Yellow Jackets.
If it wasn't
yeah.
for us, the NFL wouldn't be here.
Yeah. It's very good. 1933 they
the
started.
Pittsfield Steagles.
The Steagles.
Bert
Today
Bell.
we're smoking the Trinidad Espiritu number 3.
Not 1, not 2, but
But
3.
3.
And I believe, I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure the blend on this is a San Andres wrapper with Nicaraguan filler and binder.
I believe you're correct.
Very good cigar. So far, anyway.
You cheated. You had it before.
I told you I wasn't going to wait.
Have you had this cigar yet? Mm-hmm. Then how's that not cheating on your part?
Well, I wasn't cheating until you made me admit to it.
Douchebag.
No, the cheating part was he said it was good.
Wow.
Well, I've been smoking it already.
You've had it before.
Yeah.
Haven't you?
And we're smoking a torpedo because, well,
Yeah, why
a
are we
good-
smoking torpedo?
because we only had a couple of Robustos,
Oh.
and the other choice was a whole bunch of 6x60s.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd
No.
be fine with that.
Yeah, I know you would.
Hey, you know what? We could have actually done different sizes. The Robusto's really more like a. It was more like
Dog walker.
a Corona, like a short Corona almost.
Like a Rothschild.
I think it might even be thinner than a Rothschild, but
Is
yeah.
it?
Remember Gurkha had that Rothschild? They called it the Rothschild, and it was like a 6x60 or something. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
back when Laura worked for him.
Wow.
I'm like, this is not Rothschild. Rothschild's.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. I'm talking.
Rothschilds are usually like 4.5, 4 3/4 by 50. It's just shorter than a
Take a shorter Robusto.
short Robusto, yeah. So, anyway,
Named after Baron de Rothschild, I suppose.
probably, maybe, I don't know.
Let's just go with that.
Sure.
Well, it did make sense considering they named Churchill cigars.
After the Baron de Churchill.
Yeah, okay.
I thought it was not a Chamberlain cigar.
So, what happened? What
Because he stunk.
you wanted to talk about the laws in California? Is that what you?
I also wanted to talk about the Eagles, the rain, the
Either
wind.
the rain, unbelievable rain yesterday. It was crazy. Tuesday.
Yeah,
I
and it
had a
rained a
cover.
lot.
I had to cover my wife's car with a tarp. It rained so badly.
Really?
It was leaking.
I always wanted to put soap on the car, so that when it rains, it just wash the car.
whoa. I don't want to see you out there in a bikini cleaning it.
No.
My son, you know
Nobody
what?
wants
My
that.
son, when he was like 10 years old, had that idea. He's like, why don't they just make something you spray on your car, and when it rains, it washes it? I'm like,
Yeah.
this kid's a genius.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it doesn't exist. I thought the wind was worse, but
The wind was really bad.
yeah.
At one point, it was just going
the Eagles
sideways
sucked.
yesterday.
When I left here last night, the worst thing I had, the worst problem, was seeing the lines on the road
Yeah.
trying to stay in the lane.
Because it was dark.
That's why
And I was on the
hate-
turnpike, so you got tractor trailers are throwing that.
Right. I hate driving in
Spray
the
up.
rain.
You
I
can-
would
you can
rather.
say shit.
Yeah, I know. I did.
I would much rather drive in
I'm
the
going to
snow
try to see
than
how
the
many
rain.
shows I can make it without cursing.
All right.
I actually ran into you know how sometimes they have like it's like that concrete that high. It's like a triangle. You're supposed to go this way or this
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Smack dab into it in the middle of the rain.
Ah.
Never saw it. Just there was nothing indicating it was there.
Wow.
Again, I would much. I don't mind driving in the snow. The rain, I hate it.
Yeah. I hate both.
Last night, and driving home last night, windshield wipers couldn't go fast enough.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
I literally on the turnpike, I was doing 40, 45.
Yeah.
Yes,
Stay
we
in
got
the outside lane so I could see that outside white line.
5 inches of rain
Did we really?
in Quakertown. It was horrible.
It was this is going to sound weird, but it was a weird sounding rain. At least where I was sitting in my office out in the garage having a cigar,
As you do.
as I do, and the rain sounded just like if you put like a French fry into oil.
Yeah.
That it's exactly what it sounded like where I was sitting, and I didn't know what it was. It was weird. I thought maybe I was.
Maybe Sandy was making French fries.
No, that's not gonna. That's,
Not going to happen.
We've, you know what? Since like my son went back to school in August, I think we've cooked 6 times at the house.
Really?
Just
She doesn't cook because the kids aren't there?
no, she doesn't. Nah, maybe 10. It's not a lot. Just tired. We're both tired at the end of the day. Just don't feel like it.
Well, I understand.
Yeah, you guys going out to eat or just not eating?
We'll just go to Wawa and order soup or whatever. I don't know. Obviously, I'm eating. By the way,
That was Moose's point.
I set you up, Moose.
Actually, Wendy made me last night. She made me.
Whoa. Can you say what she made you?
Yes,
Okay.
we're on the internet. We can say whatever we want. But no, she made me.
gabagool.
No, she made me wet walnuts.
Whoa! Thank God we're on the internet.
Yeah.
Shelter
Oh,
unsheltered.
I love wet walnuts and ice cream. It's fantastic.
Phenomenal. And she couldn't find any. She went to 5 grocery stores to find it, and none of them have it.
Really?
But when you do find it, they're always in that little small jar
Yeah.
that you can't stick a spoon in to spoon it out because it's so small.
Did you use your finger?
No, use a knife. That's what I would use.
You're smarter than me, obviously.
Obviously. So
Jeez. Why don't you just pour it out into a bowl?
because it's sticky, because it's it's
and
got
then,
the syrup.
And then just scoop out what you want out of the bowl, then put some saran wrap on the bowl and put it in the refrigerator.
No, that's too much work. Take a knife and put it out. But she made me a big, huge tub of wet walnuts. It was awesome.
What she used for the wet?
It's like a simple syrup and she made a simple syrup, and then she also used
Like a thicker simple syrup.
like Caro.
Oh,
clear.
okay.
You had to say
Clear
put
syrup.
something in the color.
Yeah,
of that.
it was like the Caro.
They ever have molasses?
Next time she makes them for you
Yeah,
instead of the Caro. Or get the clear Caro, not
the clear. That's what she used.
And then put a little brown sugar in it.
Oh,
Little brown, just a
instead
little
of
brown
the
sugar.
instead of the simple syrup.
No, you can put the simple syrup too.
Okay.
What did you do?
You can't make it too sweet.
No,
What
and
did you do
I
with
had
these wet walnuts?
I put it over ice cream.
Oh, okay. It just sounds like it. At first, it sounded like we were talking about making dinner. And I'm like,
No.
wow.
No, but she made.
That's
I
the
mean,
first thing I thought. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's what she made.
I see your future.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. And then with the Hershey's chocolate syrup on it, oh my God, it's heaven. It's Xanadu, is what it is.
Sandy loves
So what kind of ice
hot
cream do you have?
chocolate. She loves.
Vanilla bean.
Yeah,
it's
it
the
has
only.
to
It's
be.
it's the only thing there is.
Sandy loves chocolate sauce, but hates hot fudge.
Me too. Don't like hot fudge, but chocolate, the Hershey's syrup is awesome. It also acts as a sleeping aid for me. As soon as I eat it, I fall right to sleep.
Sugar, you get a sugar crash, you think?
It just.
No, it's the sleeping pills. It is.
It's my sleep.
She puts
It's
it
my
in for.
sleeping. They call it. The girls call it sleepy juice. Oh, you gotta have your sleepy juice. So I put it on the fuck. And next thing you know, I'm out.
Stay the hell away from that house. It's kind of
My
scary.
sleeping medicine comes in a square bottle and about a half gallon.
That could be on anything. Put the chocolate syrup, put it on anything, and I'm out like a light. Like 10 minutes after I eat it.
All right, we got to reel this in. California.
Yeah.
So, California banned the sale of flavored stuff.
cigars, right?
And it was just reported that the Supreme Court will not hear mostly R.J. Reynolds is leading the charge, but the Supreme Court said they will not hear an appeal. A little bit of history is the ban went into effect in December of 2022. And I think it went into effect then. It was a result of a state bill, which I'm kind of like, all right, states' rights. It's up to you. You idiots want that, fine. It was challenged several times, and I guess the ban won. So they actually, and what I thought was the most interesting part is they actually went to California on the laws have a direct democracy vote. So we live in a republic, not really a democracy, because if it was a true democracy,
Yes.
we would vote for everything, vote for all laws, etc. But we elect people to do that for us. So, but in California, they actually had a direct democracy where they voted. Are you in favor of this flavored ban or opposed? And 63.4% of the residents in California were in favor of the ban. So I'm guessing because of that, the Supreme Court's like, look, what do you want else to do, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, states' rights. I mean, I guess there was a wholesale exemption for any cigars. I'm sorry, there was an exemption for any cigars whose wholesale was $12 or above. Which I don't.
There aren't that many.
Flavored stuff. I mean, the Louis the 13th, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that considered flavored?
Louis
Probably,
the 13th
yeah.
is
I
probably.
would guess.
Anything Gurkha high-end stuff is all flavored. So, probably got Louis the 13th, like a Maker's Mark type of thing.
Right.
Okay.
So the Supreme Court refused to hear the case. So no flavored stuff. You can't
Now-
sell it. Now they can't ban you from like buying
Smoking
it, or, smoking it, or purchasing it and bringing it back, or having it delivered, or whatever. That's that's legal. It's
As
just
long as you
can't
pay the
sell it.
tax.
I don't know how that works in
I
California.
don't know either. But now, does that include cigarettes, like menthol
I think so. It
cigarettes?
was that. I think it was also vape. Yeah.
Really? So what are you smoking
think
if you're smoking vape?
I'm pretty.
You're just
I would have to-
smoking
no, I would have to
nicotine.
verify that, but I'm fairly certain vape was included.
Well,
Now,
all
if you're
vape
ro-
is all
if
vape
you're
is
Rocky,
free.
don't you just raise each one of your cigars $1 and then you're safe?
Wholesale.
Java?
Wholesale.
Wholesale, not retail.
Not retail.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Something tells me it's not that easy either.
Yeah.
I don't think, but
Then why would you buy it? If your cigar, let's say a Drew Estate cigar, like an acid, sells for like $11. What's the Cuba now? Almost $11. So that doesn't even make it. You'd have to raise it. What? So that's $11. So it's $5.50. You'd have to raise it to over $12, and
Plus-
that makes the cigar $24.
well, more because the taxes in California.
Plus the taxes in California, it'd be like $30, $35.
People do it though. They probably. I mean, look, people are still.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
still tough to get Cuban cigars, and their prices tripled to quadrupled.
What about mail order? If you order out of the state, does that?
You're allowed to do that.
You're allowed to do that, but
I don't want to.
you're supposed to pay should pay the taxes.
Yeah.
Not that anybody
I,
does.
I don't know how that works. I'm not sure
The
how.
company doing the shipping is supposed to charge you the tax for your specific state if they are part of the taxing program.
Only if they sell
Is that-
more than
oh.
$200,000 or $250,000 in that state, which, depending on where you
I
get
would
it from,
think
you
that.
could.
Yeah, I would think that.
Yeah,
would happen.
if you buy enough cigars over a period of time, and
Right.
there's enough guys doing mail order these days,
Yeah.
that's
You'd
not
have to
that-
pay the tax because if
Yeah.
you have a small internet company that sell wholesaler, and they don't sell $200,000 in that state, you don't have to pay the tax. Afterwards, and once you cross that threshold, you have to start paying the tax.
Is that
on it.
per year?
No.
Just over perpetual? like,
Yep. Yeah.
So $1
So
a
for the
year
first couple of years.
50,000 years. Oh, okay. What do you guys think of the cigar?
I like it.
Definitely Nicaraguan.
Yeah.
It's got all the standard.
I'm getting the
Taste
cocoa through
profile.
the retro hail.
I'm getting something, but it's. I'm also getting like it reminds me of a numbing feeling. I've never mentioned before, but I get that quite often with cigars.
Like cocaine.
I don't know. I haven't had that. I would think it'd be more like, you ever spray like Chloracil in your mouth to numb it?
Mm-hmm.
It has that. It doesn't have that flavor of chlor, but it has that feeling where your tongue is
Yeah,
kind of.
there's enough pepper in it to do that. Yeah.
It's
Never
really
happened to
good.
you guys?
I was laughing with the chlor. I was thinking that's how he picked up Wendy.
Chlorophyll?
Chloroform on the.
Chloroform.
Chloroform
We say
on the
chlorophyll.
napkin.
Did I say
I know.
what is
No,
it
you
chlorophyll?
did, but I'm just like.
Well, how else
I
do
wouldn't.
you, how else do you do it?
Alcohol. That's just more expensive.
You don't club them anymore?
Drag him by the hair? No. Nope. Nope.
I'm getting like some kind of espresso kind of
Yeah.
notes. How about the strength?
I find it, I would give it a 2.5. That's where I'm
Really?
at right now, yeah. Too mild for you? Or would you give it a 1?
No, it's not too mild at all. It would be a little higher than that. At least
Oh.
a 3.
No.
At least.
3 out of 5? No, I think it's just medium.
How do you? So the strength
Three's
is
about medium.
2.5 is medium out of 5. It's right in the
right.
middle.
The strength is based on the amount of nicotine. So how do you tell how much nicotine you're?
I don't know.
Like you're getting a buzz from it? Is it the mouth feel like back of your throat? You feel it?
Yeah, that's how I
Back of your
judge
throat's
it.
how I would judge it, yeah.
That's kind of
And,
yeah.
and buzz feeling.
I very rarely notice getting any kind of buzz from a cigar.
Really?
I mean, and I say that because there are cigars where I have, and I was like, ugh. I almost got sick.
The worst,
2 or 3 times it's happened.
yeah, the worst one for me was when the 1926 Padron came out. I smoked it, and it was early in the morning. It was like 10:30 in the morning, and I had it, and that's a really full-bodied cigar, and I got shakes. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
It's happened to me twice. The first 2 times I smoked this particular cigar. After that, it was okay. It was the Digger,
Really,
the La Flor Dominicana Digger.
it's a big-ass cigar, too,
It's a
man.
big cigar. It's a long cigar. It lasts long. And the first 2 times, I was nauseous. I was weaving. It's like,
So you like that feeling because you went back to it a third time.
yeah, and then they do it again. Damn.
Damn it.
I don't like that feeling at all.
I don't like that feeling
the
at all
first
either.
the first time it hit me, that's the first time it ever smoking a
I was
cigar.
in Windsor, Canada, right above Detroit. I'm pretty sure I've told this story before, but I bought a Cuban Sancho Panza, and I thought maybe I swallowed tobacco. I was getting sick.
Was
or
it the
something.
Bellicoso?
Probably, but I don't.
I
remember.
love that cigar.
I-
It's
I-
probably my favorite Cuban cigar.
I think I have a box of those.
Do you?
I think.
I'll buy one off you.
I'd give you one.
Give you $1.
Give you one.
All right, thank you.
I have a box of some kind. I don't know which one it is.
But it makes you feel like your blood sugar drops, and you just
Yes. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it.
that's exactly what it feels like, and it's just like, oh my God, it's just crazy. You feel like you're gonna pass out.
Yep.
I don't remember. It happened 2 or 3 times. I don't remember what the other cigar was. I will tell you this though. Probably 30% of the time, when I take a puff on a cigar, I'm checking. Make sure I'm putting it in the right way.
Yeah, you don't want to put the lid in your mouth.
I mean, because I almost did it again. I almost did it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting so old. I can't remember which end to put it in. My mouth.
That's crazy.
Cigar.
There's
That's
so
a
many-
cigar, yeah.
There's so many jokes.
I know.
Not anymore. I squashed them all. Cigar, mouth. I said I squashed it all.
So what do you think is the problem with the Eagles?
Oh my God.
Depends on who you listen to.
I don't.
From
You know
your
what?
eyes, what do
mine
you
is
see?
It's just an opinion. I don't know enough about the intricacies of the game. Like we were talking this morning about how the offensive line, they're not there. But somebody said, yeah, but how offenses are defending against the Eagles' pass rushes. They're instead of having a seven step drop, it's a 3 or a 5 step drop, or they're getting rid of the ball, so the defense has no chance to put pressure on the quarterback.
Right. That's true. And
So
that-
anyway, my point in saying
that
that
comes-
is,
that-
I never would have thought of that. I don't know that much about the game.
But that combined with the Eagles, the way they play their
secondary
defense,
is
their
horrible.
secondary, they play them back. They don't use press coverage.
Right.
So you're going to be able to complete those passes because he takes a two-step drop and then throws it. And since they're playing off, it's just an easy.
Yeah, they're playing 8 yards off the receiver.
There's
It's
so
crazy
many things
way they do
wrong.
that.
Coaching.
There's
Or
so many
coordinators,
things
I
wrong. Not
guess.
just that, but there's so many things wrong that it's going to take the off season to cure some of them. Some of them they're not going to be able to take care of.
My biggest thing is Jalen Hurts has not played like he had played before.
Not just to get his knee.
And that's, I don't think it's just his knee. I think it has to do with, he signed that huge contract. He's making, what, $50 million a year, something like that, $45, $50 million a year. I think they told him, don't get hurt. Just don't get hurt. You're getting all this money. We need you on the field. So now he's not playing like he used to play. He's not running as much as he did.
But they still have.
And the
doesn't-
way he runs is different too. You see, he'll run, and then all of a sudden, if somebody gets near him, he'll just, instead of doing what he used to do, is like dive, he slides, or he just drops. He doesn't
Right.
even slide. He just falls down. He doesn't play like he used to play.
I've been saying this all season with the Eagles: is if they don't want him to run, why do they have designed run plays? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that.
I know.
And what I can't understand is why aren't they using their running backs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a stable of decent running backs.
Yeah.
Two
And
of
you're
them
supposedly the best offensive line in football.
Yeah,
No, I
they
don't-
haven't played that this year.
Although
Now they are
of all
missing
the-
Sayamalu. They're missing him, and Cam Jurgens was hurt for a bunch
here
of
and there.
games.
Lane Johnson was hurt here and there. I
Yeah.
think Dickerson was, but
Dickerson,
but for the
yeah,
most
he's
part,
another one.
I mean, everybody goes through injuries.
No, I get it. They just haven't played cohesively this
They
year.
have it, and the offense is really not is the least of I would think is the least of their concerns because they have the quote unquote tools. I mean, they've got very very good, if not great, players.
Yes.
On offense, so
Yes.
that can probably be fixed. It's defense where
And that's why I think they
Yeah,
should.
most of the problem with the offensive scheme.
I think so.
I think. You're
I think
right.
I think it's the problem on defense too. That combined with you don't have great players, but are they not great players because of the scheme?
Well, some of their players have taken a step back. Like, I don't think Jordan Davis is near what he did his rookie year.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Well, he's played
Well,
he's
is it
played twice as
because-
many snaps,
That's because
and he's
playing
also
that.
30 pounds overweight.
They had to keep he's a lineman for God's sakes. I don't get that.
Well, did you know? And I just heard this morning on the radio.
Yeah, they fine him a lot of money.
They fine him $1,200 a pound overweight
Is
per
that what
day.
it is?
$1,200
They
a
weigh him
pound
every morning.
per day, and this wasn't like this was ex-football players, something Ross something and John Ritchie,
Ross Tucker.
Ross Tucker and John Ritchie were they get
Ross
fined.
Tucker said when he was playing, that one team he was on, there was 2 defensive linemen, $700,000 in a season. They got fined for being overweight.
That's a lot of money.
That's outrageous.
I don't care how much money. Even if you make offensive linemen don't make that much. They don't make as much as
Well,
quarterbacks.
both of these guys.
But
that
even
we're
if
talking
they're
about were
making
defensive
$6 to
linemen.
$7 million a year, $8 million a year as an offensive lineman,
10%.
$700,000 is a lot of money. Why would you want to give that back? I wouldn't want to.
I don't know.
That doesn't
But
make
but
sense.
in general, they're
Both of the 2 particular guys that you heard on the radio that they were talking about were defensive linemen.
Yes.
And both of them were Pro Bowlers.
John Ritchie
It's
was.
not like they couldn't do their job.
John Ritchie wasn't a defensive lineman. He was
No,
a
John
fullback.
Ritchie.
Who the
No,
But
fuck
he was
two
talking
guys-
about.
No, that was one of the guys that was talking about that on
Yeah.
the radio. The 2 guys that he's talking about that got fined all that money were defensive linemen from a team that Ross Tucker played on.
I didn't hear who it was. I don't.
He didn't mention the names, I
Okay.
don't think. But 2 of them, they were both Pro Bowlers the season they got fined all that money.
Yeah.
So it's like the weight really didn't do anything. If the guy's still performing and he's doing okay and his health is fine?
But they're not.
Well, in our particular instance, you're correct. But I'm saying these 2 guys.
Is it possible they just haven't been playing their A game because they wanted to save themselves for the playoffs?
So you think they're playing possum?
I said, is it possible?
That's what, what's his name? Ocho Cinco said when he had his podcast.
Yeah.
He thinks the Eagles are playing possum.
I don't understand. I hope so.
So they played great. They,
I
they
don't
weren't even
understand why
playing
they would do
great.
that.
They were playing better early to win all those games, so that he would make the playoffs,
And then rest.
and then just play possum for the rest of the season until the playoffs.
It's possible, but to see the deer in the headlights look on some of those players,
Anything's
it
possible, but I
doesn't-
doubt it.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, you got for pride. You want to do it for pride.
I can't see Jason Kelsey putting up with that.
Yeah, no.
I think
Or
he's done.
Brandon Graham.
Yeah.
The only ones who are playing any good are the older guys.
AJ.
AJ's playing
Devontae
good.
Smith's playing great.
Well, he's hurt now.
He's
But-
playing.
They expect him back for the game Monday night.
Good.
What kind of cigars do they smoke?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, we know what the Eagles or the Phillies smoke.
Yeah,
all
they
the
smoke
time.
Padron.
Yeah. Well, the
I thought
first
that was
season they made the
That was a
playoffs.
box of VSG.
No.
Yeah, no, the first time they won it was a box of VSJ. This past year, when they got into the playoffs, they got a box of Padron.
Padrones.
I always look to see.
Yeah, me
when I
too.
see somebody
Londres.
smoking a cigar, I'm looking. I want to know what they're
The
smoking.
Londres.
No, I don't know which ones. Actually, they look like the Presidentes. They look pretty
Sure.
big.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Or the Imperials. So,
Last
Yeah.
time the Patriots won, they had a box the 50th anniversary humidor.
Really?
Yeah, Kraft brought it in, opened
Wow.
it
We
up.
can afford
really,
that?
the 50th anniversary? Wow.
I can't believe we can afford that.
What, you can't believe that a billionaire can afford a box of cigars?
Think about this. What do you do if you're Jeffrey Lurie? You're like, wait a minute. You guys were 10-1. You had the #1 seed. You drop all the way down to the number 5 seed. You cost me at least one, if not two, home playoff games. We did some rough math based on the average ticket price times the number of seats. It's like $20 million a game just in the cost of tickets.
Not the food or anything else.
None of that. I don't know if the Eagles get. I'm guessing that.
Yeah, the Eagles get a cut of this concession.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
My son-in-law's father works down there in one of the boxes, Comcast box.
Mm-hmm.
He's the host, and he makes sure all the food and stuff like that. He says, yeah, most of the line share goes to the Airmark, who runs the food concessions. Okay. But the Eagles get a cut of it, though. So, yeah they lost that, too.
Imagine if you're the guy,
if you're
guy that owns a parking lot.
Yeah, it cost
like,
him.
You're like, all right, 2 games, $45 a spot. I got 1,000 spots. Woo! Then all of a sudden, nothing.
Yeah.
Do you see how much the league is getting for moving that one playoff game to Peacock? $150 million.
The 2 teams are?
No, the league gets for putting it on Peacock instead of a regular.
And that's why they keep what's his name as their commissioner.
Yeah. But don't they have revenue sharing on TV contracts? I would suppose the teams would all share that.
They do.
They do.
Despite what Jerry Jones wants.
Yeah. They do. They all share it.
Yeah, the small market guys are looking at the big guys going, hey, go ahead, do what you want. Yeah,
right.
More money.
Yeah, Cleveland's like, yeah. Seattle.
He makes $44 million a year, the commissioner.
Yeah.
Because he brings
Well, he
in
just paid for himself with the Peacock deal.
Because he brings in so much money. They just keep him. As flawed as he is, they keep voting him back in.
I think the only issue that the league has that could cripple them is the officiating and the thought that these things can be fixed, because that Detroit-Dallas game where they called the 2-point play back, that was horrible.
The only thing I saw that was any kind of rebuke was that the officiating squad in that game won't be doing any playoff games.
No.
Right, I did see that.
Yeah.
But somebody was telling me that they, like, when you have special plays you're thinking about running, the coaches go and they have meetings
Before
with the refs.
every game.
Yeah.
They
So what happened doesn't happen.
They're saying that the ref, because 3 guys walked up to the ref was confused about which guy was reporting.
And he was walking away from him when he was walking away, like he didn't want to hear it.
No, then he walked over to the defense and told them that there was a tackle eligible.
But I think you have to do that.
Or a lineman eligible.
Yeah,
they announce it.
They didn't have to announce it.
So the defense should be covering, you know.
But he called the wrong number.
Yes, he said he called 70 instead of 68.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anybody can disagree that the refereeing has been
Horrible.
abysmal this year.
Horrible.
Even that play with Kansas City where the guy was clearly lined up off sides. But they went back and showed there was 8 plays where that guy lined up in the same exact position, and that was the only play where they called him offside.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sad state when the referees are determining the outcome of games. They shouldn't.
They shouldn't. You shouldn't even talk about them.
Ooh, you know what I want to talk about?
What?
The new Amazon Basin
The new Amazon Basin?
coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly
It's out.
when, but
Yeah, they didn't announce when it's coming out, just that it is for the first time since 2020, I guess.
It's the two.
I have one.
Of the new ones?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You know how they put the twine or the around it? It's smaller this year.
Yeah, as long as it's still there.
It's there. But unfortunately, we're only getting 20 boxes. And we were only supposed to get 15. They added 5 more. And I talked to Dan, and he goes, I don't have any more to give.
Yeah, I asked.
I'm like, dude, we have, how many stores? We got 17, 20, however many stores we have. And we're supposed to give them out? How do we do that? It's ridiculous. Everybody just gets one box.
I know one store will get shortchanged.
Yeah. It's not shortchanged. It's everybody gets shortchanged. So it's not like
just getting one box is shortchanged.
Yes.
That's people actually liked it the first time. They're going to want to get it again.
This is the
Third
or fourth.
Third, I think.
Really?
Something like I forget.
Well, this
That's
is
part
going
of
to
the
be the
Arcadia
original,
line, right?
Yeah.
This is the original blend again, they said.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not
without
gonna be
Ricky, who knows if it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not going to be around till summer, fall.
I'm looking forward to his new Addict series.
It's supposed to be February, March.
Yeah. I like the Addict series, although I like the red better.
Yeah.
The red, I think
The red was a very good, very. That was
Great
the best
cigar.
one out of it.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Although I like the Attic series too.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I bought a box of it for God's sake.
Yeah.
I told when Leslie was repping, I told her like, look, I'm bringing it in, but I doubt I'll bring it back because this stuff just dies, like boutique kind of stuff. West Tampa has not.
No, it's been holding strong.
Mm-hmm.
Been holding very
doing
strong.
really,
Yeah.
really well.
Even the new one, the Boliche, or however you say it, that I think we've sold.
Boliche.
I think we've sold 2 or 3 boxes of those, and they're 50-count boxes.
50 count boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's a limited thing. You can't get
Right.
it. Once they're gone, they're gone. I think he might come out with it. I don't know. I'm not in his head, but I think he might come out with that as a regular line with other sizes other than the 6x60. So, because it is so popular and it is such a good cigar. So we'll see what
I
happens.
like his marketing style too. That he makes specific cigars for specific areas. Because if that style cigar sells well in that area, that's what he makes,
Yeah.
and that's what he ships there. You know, so that's actually smart.
Yeah. He's a smart dude, man. He really is. We learn from the best, so.
Thank you.
Not you. Douchebag.
That's not very nice.
Yeah, I know.
Not
What are you
very
gonna-
Christian-like.
No,
What are you gonna
he's a PDB,
What is that?
pompous douchebag.
Anyway. So, anything else we're talking about?
What's your prediction for the game?
I think they're going to win. The line tells you something. I think
Eagles by a field goal.
What did the
It
line
started-
against the Giants tell you? How about the one against the
I don't remember.
Cardinals?
I don't remember those.
But you know that you know they covered. You don't have to remember. The Eagles weren't favored by like 20 points.
Yeah. I don't know, but the line tells you it went from 2.5 to 3. So,
It started at 1.5,
oh, it's at 3 now.
Yeah, it's a 3.
So
At least the last I heard it was.
and they're
Yeah.
playing in Tampa, so that's really 6 points.
I would bet the under though. Whatever the
I would bet Tampa.
I would bet the under. I don't know. I would honestly I would stay away from the game.
I don't ever bet on Philly teams.
No.
I don't bet.
I
in
bet.
general.
I bet. Don't get me wrong. I do bet quite a bit.
I know.
Not big money, but I do bet at least once a week. Bet on
I can tell you
something.
that. I can tell you this: that I'm sitting in my car outside of Xfinity Live, trying to sober up. As we were watching the Eagles Bills game there, and listened on the radio after the Eagles came back, I was like, this is like Jalen. I will never doubt this team. I will never doubt Jalen Hurts again.
And now?
They're 4-5 since that.
Yeah.
It was declared publicly. I believe if I don't watch the game, they will win.
No. They're 1 out of their last 6.
I'm
after
sorry.
that.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's what they've lost 5 of 6 is what I meant to say.
They were 10-1, and the only team in the NFL to be 10-1
Jets.
and not win and not win 12 games for the season.
Oh,
Ever?
Ever.
Wow. That's
the
crazy.
Jets ended up winning 12 games. They were 10-1. That's in '99. They were 10-1 and like lost.
Oh, yeah,
to
no,
that 5 of 6 or
They
4 or
ended
5
up
or
winning
something.
12 games. No, they were 7-1.
I heard 10.
Yeah.
I heard it was 10-1. But what in any event, I don't know how you can have any confidence in this team. I just unless their scheme completely changes, and unless they were playing possum.
I'll still put all my regalia on.
Oh, yeah. I'm
And
still going
sit
to root
and
for
watch
them.
the game.
Yeah,
I
me
still
too.
want them to win, but
I still want them to win,
Yep.
but I'm not going to let them break my heart.
You say that every year.
yeah.
It's almost like the Giants. The NY stands for next year. That's what it means for the Giants. So, I
we
don't
should
know.
review the cigar, huh?
Yeah, but we're still talking.
We only have 3 minutes left.
We don't have any minutes left. We can as long as we
Yeah,
want.
really. I mean, this time thing, we'll just make a show as long as we feel like it.
What was I going to say? Oh, I'm just waiting for, or a little over a month for spring training.
13th, right?
Pitches and catches, baby. I can't wait.
I can.
No, baseball's the best. Best sport ever invented.
It's
I can't
high
wait
on
for
my
the Dodgers
list,
to
but
win
it's not.
120 games. And
Huh?
losing I can't wait for the Dodgers to win 120 games and lose in the first round.
Right?
Screw that, man.
Don't they have the most expensive pitching staff now?
They have the
Well,
most.
70 million in one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not pitching.
Not this year.
He's not doing anything. He's just hitting.
Yeah.
Just a DH. And they're paying him $70 million.
Must be nice.
That's crazy, man.
The two new guys they got from Japan are $100 million between the two of them.
And then you have to pay the rest of the team.
Yes, but didn't they?
You still
Didn't
got
they
to
do
pay
something
23
really
other
creative
guys.
with Oshani's contract, where
Yes.
they put it in like
Ohtani
an
came to
annuity,
him.
and it like it doesn't.
He can. He was the one who apparently went to the Dodgers. He's deferring all but $2 million for 10 years.
Yeah.
And the law in California says if you defer your salary for 10 years, in the 11th year where you have to pay the tax, it's based on the state you live in and not where you played. So if he moved back to Japan in 10 years, he wouldn't have to pay any of the California tax.
Wow. He's got to pay for the $2 million that he's making now.
Correct.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the
But
money.
what about the salary?
his endorsements? He's
Well, that's what
getting
he said. He's
fortune.
making $40 million a year in endorsements.
So what
Yeah.
happens with salary cap in the Dodgers? I don't exactly know how that works. Or is there no salary cap in baseball?
There
There
it's a
is.
luxury tax, and for the Dodgers this year, instead of counting as 70 million, it only counts as 46. I don't know what the formula is, but it's 46 against the salary. Against
Why
the,
40? I wonder why
I
46.
don't know what the formula is, but it's 46 million in luxury tax.
Because the Phillies have to pay the luxury tax too. The Mets did last year, man. They got screwed.
A lot. Yeah.
They're. I think the salary cap is like 200 and some million, like low 200 millions, and theirs was well over 300 million.
The Mets are paying more in luxury tax than half the league is paying in salaries.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's nuts. And look what they did. Sorry.
This year they're paying the two guys, Scherzer and the guy that went back to Houston. I forgot his name already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're paying those two guys another $30 million each, and they're not
But-
even on the team.
But when Ohtani, after he retires, that money's still on the Bucks.
Isn't Bonilla still getting paid?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He gets
million a
paid
year.
till 2032, I think it is. I think he gets like almost $2 million a year. But after he retires, I mean, that money's on the books for the Mets now that they're paying him.
Right.
So they still have to pay him. So when Ohtani retires, the Dodgers are still going to have to pay. Obviously have to pay
Well,
him.
in
But
real
it'll be
dollars,
on-
they'll
it'll-
be giving him
it-
$68 million a year, but it'll only count for whatever the difference is, 46, 30, was it 24
Right.
million?
Even though he's not playing for him,
Right.
he's still part of the salary cap. That's crazy. You're just kicking it down the road.
Yeah.
So
It's all sports are doing.
you know
that
what?
now.
It's just like the government. They do that too. They print money and pass it on to the next generation. It's exactly what they do. So, what are you gonna do?
So
Anyway,
we should put some numbers on this.
yeah. Go ahead, Moose. What do you think?
Solid 9. I still give it a 3 in the strength category.
Okay. Scotty, do?
I haven't paid much attention to it, so I mean, I have to stick with my original review. I'm still getting that tingling on my tongue from it. Of course, it's getting to the end where a lot of the nicotine gets trapped, so it starts to feel stronger. I give it an 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it, but again, I'm going to be in the minority because I've had several people requesting it.
Yeah. Paul will be back next week. For those people, I've been getting people asking me about Paul. He will be back next week. So.
Where are we going to put them on that tiny screen?
That's right.
I won't be here.
Yes, you will.
No.
Yes, you will. What's that? I like the cigar more than both of you guys. I know, Moose, you said you liked it.
Yeah.
I give this a 9.25. I think it's really good. Although I like the original one better, the Espiritu #1. I like that one the best. This is second. I'm not a fan of the second one. It's good, but it's just not.
It's not the same category.
It's not in the same category. This is really good. I like the wrapper is really nice on this, and I have a nice taste to it. And I like the cocoa, or did you say cocoa or espresso?
I said to me it was more espresso, but
I like that taste, so I give it a 9.25. I think it's really good. So anyway, so that's it. We don't have anything else to talk about.
what's you remember the date of the soup cook-off in
February 2nd, I think, or 3rd.
February 2nd or 3rd, whatever that Saturday is the soup cook-off in Downingtown.
Mm-hmm.
And then the chili cook-offs, I got to set the date. I'm debating on whether or not I want to do it between the Super Bowl, the last playoff in the Super Bowl, or on the Super Bowl. Depends on the Eagles. I mean, if the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, I'm not bothering them storing their damn chili cook-off.
They've got no shot. If they play the way they've been playing, they've
Yes.
got no shot.
Yeah, I know. I
Well-
don't have high hope. I have high optimism, not high hopes.
I
don't know if that makes any
have
sense.
I have guarded hopes.
If
go.
we win, if we by some miracle win this game, we have to play who?
San
San
Fran.
Francisco, if they reseed, but if it falls the way the seedings are now, they play San Francisco.
So
Would you rather the Eagles win or the Cowboys lose?
I always want the Cowboys to lose. Always.
Doesn't matter if the Eagles win or not. As long as the Cowboys lose.
I hate the Cowboys. I hate the fucking Cowboys.
And CeeDee Lamb. I can't stand him. He's up in Ezekiel Elliott territory.
Yeah.
Jackass. I cursed.
Anyway, so thank you for watching our first episode, and thank you for watching for the past 10 years on regular television. We appreciate that. So
And all 6 of you. Thank you.
that's 6 people.
And if you came in late or you left early, check us out on YouTube. Tomorrow.
YouTube, yep. And again, this cigar that we're smoking is the Espiritu #3. Fantastic cigar. So, all right. Thanks for
it.
watching.
Thanks for watching. Take
Ciao
care.
for now, everybody.
Life's too short to smoke cheap cigars.
Well, you know it's
Smoke 'em
going to
if you
get
got
in.
'em.
You know it's going to get in
I know.
because
Slowed it down. Oh, he can cut it off.
he can,
I'm
but
at-
he's
I'm
not
at the-
going. He's not going
I'm at
to.
the whim of the editor.
Bye, guys.